draw the foot to me, and now watch. I'm gonna keep this, and I'm just gonna come to this leg and hook it. So from here, he squares up, I draw it to me, and I hook it, and I go to it, and now it's all mine. So what you see is one thing leads to another. When you start attacking the man, you think of him as 5 parts. Head, arm, leg, leg. Pick one. Attack that one part first. That will lead to the next part. And then we have it to do a leg tackle. So from here, one thing I can also do is just draw him and then just let it go, and I just go across to here. Now I get the 2-on-1, and then here, boom, he squares up, and I draw it out, and I just pull him across, and I just go. All right? I get my 2-on-1, and what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to catch his head, boom, and then snap him down from here, and then go behind. I pull. With this front headlock, I pull him, and then whip around behind him. It's sort of a 3-step motion. From the 2-on-1, front headlock, snap down, and go behind. All right? Just, you lock, you pull, and you whip around. So let's say I started with this, and I work my way up to this. And then from here, we're working these head games like I'm working my head in, but he gets his in or something. Then I say, okay, fine, I'm gonna take his head, snap him down, all right? He's stuck, he can't pull out because of this arm, and he can't go in because of this arm. All right? This presents a dilemma for him. And then from here, I can pull him back and then go right behind. I can go this way and catch him, or if I try to go this way, he circles with me, I can shuck his head and go this way, and he'll get behind me. In fact, if he adds a little arm drag to it, like if you're here, you reach up with this hand and grab my elbow, there you go, see, boom. Because it's too loose. Structurally, I can't make it tight up. You gotta go this way. Oh, yeah. Now try to slip out. You can't go anywhere. In fact, you get it tight enough, you can choke it right there. 2-on-1 is really made famous by Russian wrestlers because they realized that if they had supreme control of one arm, you could attack the leg, the hip, the back on that side. But you can hold it several ways. So what I'm going to put out there is first you have double wrist style, like a baseball bat. This is a 2-on-1. Then we have, this can lead to this, wrist and elbow. It's a shallow 2-on-1, but you can still use this to move him around. I can get that foot coming forward, and I can get this foot coming forward. And I can use this to pull and take his leg. It starts here, and then there's here at the elbow, which I can use to pull. I can even set up short drags, things like that. And then there's up at the shoulder. Now with this hand, I can have it down, holding it this way, or I can have it up, holding it palm up. If I hold the palm up, I'll turn it out like this. Now here's where we get into head position. My head is inside there, all right? Forcing his head out of position. When his head goes that way, his weight shifts off of this leg, he tilts his body, he opens up this whole side of his body to attack, just because of where my head is. We do have the classic entry here. Notice I stepped in as I pulled him across. We also have number 2, we have the 3 tie-ups where here he pulls, and I go in to here and work my way up to here. We have this grip, palm down, arm down, which I could also be here, draw the other foot to me, and that could be ankle picks and things with a 2-on-1. But head position. Head inside. If he gets his head inside, now my 2-on-1 isn't as good. Because I can't sink level and go for those legs. His head's in my way. He has the most dominating tie-up of all. He has an underhook. So what I can do with this hand is going to push right here on his hip. And I can extend that arm to where I can eventually reach up. And there's my 2-on-1. He gets the underhook, which by the way for him means he can get singles, he can get doubles, he can lift, he can bear hug, he can get my back. That's what his underhook does for him. So I got to do something about this. So what I do is with this hand, I sink, I get us low, almost horizontal. See how my chest is down and his is down, and I'm pushing on his hip, and that arm really strings out. So I can reach up here, pull it down, and then go in. And now I've got a palm down 2-on-1, which can lead to a palm up if I want, or I can just keep this. And now we start playing this game with my head, and then I start moving him around. All right? Moving him around. Any of these grips, to move him around. This grip as well, move him around. Pull him. This one, head inside now. Now that I'm close, my head is blocking his head. I can pull, I can pull. I can get that foot coming to me, I can get this foot coming to me. He has the underhook, and I put this hand right on the front of his pelvis, below his hip. And I push and I extend, and I see this starts to string out, and I can reach for it, pull it down. This one encircles right away. His head is inside though, so I bump it with my shoulder, and my head's inside. I got this left leg, and he's sprawling, he's stretching me out. And what he's doing is he senses I'm trying to get under there and lift, so he sinks, he turns his hips and sinks that hip. And he might even have, what often people do is they'll turn the foot back. Okay. There you go, like the top of your foot back, which means when I try to drive, it just pushes him. I can't get under him, right? And so it's harder to peek out because I can't raise this up. So what I do instead is I post this leg, and I'm gonna slide through, and my head's gonna escape out the other side, and then I come up and drive. So I'm cutting across, and then basically doing a low double on the other side. Because he tilted his hips to make this side heavier, there's a way out on the other side. So I'm here, can't get it. So what I do instead, I'm down here like this, I'm trying for it. So I say, okay, I'm gonna go this way, slide out. My leg is posted so I can drive and take it down. You can see the recurring theme here is I can progress when I get my head free. When I'm down here for this leg, and he sprawls me out, when I'm like this, another thing I can do, it's called a peek out. I'm gonna post this leg, I'm gonna pull this arm back hard, like that. And see how my head pops out? And now that my head is out, I can tackle. When I'm here, I can't progress this way. I can't circle behind because his whizzer has stopped me. I say, okay, his whizzer is going over behind my arm. I'm gonna post, I'm gonna yank this arm back, and his arm is gonna suddenly pull forward, and it's gonna open up the side for me to come through. And then I can just tackle him. The important thing too is, when you do the peek out, keep your hips square with his. He's got me stretched out. I post this leg, and I yank this arm back, and my head comes out. Look to the sky, and there he is. Oh, right there. I'm still driving with my legs, and then finishing my takedown. Now, track one up.
Yeah, I'll lose that pretty quick.